All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Film Study presented by Coach. I'm Renee Montgomery. I played 11 years in the WNBA. I've been an all-star. I was 6th Woman of the Year. I've pretty much had every role that you could possibly have on a team. So I'm excited to chop it up with Hailey Van Lith, Collegiate standout, Louisville, LSU, TCU. Welcome, Hailey. And by the way, which school do you rep the most? Like, which one should I lead with as your school?
Well, nice to see you, Renee. Thank you for having me. But, you know, it's a conflict because I spent the longest at Louisville. I have a degree. I'm alumni. Obviously, TCU is my last school, so there's an attachment there. So I'm going to rock with TCU right now, but, you know, it's definitely... It's up for debate.
Okay, so I'm with TCU standout.
Yes.
Now number 11 pick in the WNBA draft, playing for the Chicago Sky. But talk to me about that, though, because what I've noticed when I played on different teams, whether that was even in the States or overseas, I picked up a little something from everywhere I went. So I kind of want to go through each stop, and you tell me, like, what you picked up from there. Like, so let's start with Louisville. Like, what did you pick up and learn at Louisville?
You know, Louisville was the beginning of my college career, so there was a lot of maturing going on, you know, just growing as a young woman in general. But I think mostly being comfortable in the college game. I think I learned the pace, what's expected, how you need to play, how to be successful. I kind of got the baseline of that at Louisville. Moving into LSU, I think LSU was huge for me on the mental side of the game and how to be able to show up as my best self from a mental standpoint, because you know, as you go up higher in levels, I kind of learned that the separation really comes from who is mentally tougher. It's not always about skill set when everybody's really good. So LSU was a huge year for me from the mental standpoint of getting better. And then TCU was special because I kind of got to put it all together. I got a chance to put together the physical aspect of the game with the mental aspect of the game and kind of just see what I could do in that year with Coach Mark. And it was definitely memorable, and I really enjoyed it.
I love that. So now you got your bag, you're heading into the WNBA with the Sky. And I'm going to just be honest, like when I went from UConn to the pros, one of the hardest things for me to adjust with was the fact that like you lose games more often. You know, in college when you're on a good team, you don't lose, you lose a couple games a month, maybe. And then you get to the WNBA, you might lose 3 games in 1 week. It's just if you're having one of those weeks. And so just talk through like, how has you evolved from now you got all of these skill sets and you learned all these things in college, and now you're in the WNBA where your seasons are going to be always a roller coaster. How are you putting all that together now in your rookie season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a journey of trying to learn every day. I think is the biggest thing for me is just being open to learning every single day and taking every day as what it is and then trying to be better the next day. Like, you can't get too ahead of yourself. Anytime I do, I learn my lesson real fast. So taking it one day at a time, but also I've never came off the bench in my career. And so learning how to change my mindset to be able to do that and still be myself and still impact the team and help the team win, and like the different ways that I can contribute to culture and winning habits that don't necessarily mean that I'm always on the floor. So it's still going on. I'm still going through the process, but so far I think the losing part is definitely shocking.
Yes.
100% shocking, but you know, every vet that I have has told me, like, you know, your rookie year, it always like is a big hit, but then you kind of learn that's just how the game is at this level.
To your point, there is a way to have impact. For me, what I looked at when I was on the bench is all the ways the games are flowing, because each game, as I'm sure you're seeing, there's something different every game. Whether you come in and they might need you to score because y'all are in a scoring drought, or you come in and you got to raise the defensive intensity, take care of the ball. But are you noticing that now that like you come into the game almost with an idea or a plan of attack?
Yeah, 100%. Especially the last couple weeks, I really felt that as I get to watch the beginning of the game, especially being a point guard and being in a lot of ball screens, seeing how teams are covering our ball screens with certain personnel, whoever the big is in the ball screen, if it's different depending on the big or the guard, it helps me be more prepared. And any type of preparation I can get this year, like, I've been hungry for it. So definitely, I think at the beginning, I took it for granted and I didn't quite realize the opportunity I had to like study the game while on the bench. But lately, I've definitely have been watching and trying to learn so that when I go in, I already have a game plan of what I'm about to see.
Exactly. It's a cheat code. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a little cheat code where you almost get to see the other team's game plan, like you said, before you actually play against the game plan. When you're a starter, you don't I wouldn't know if they were trapping me because they don't want me to shoot. I don't know if they're like what they're gonna hard hedge. But if I saw them and how they was guarding the starting point guard, they might switch it up. But usually teams have tendencies. So you talked about your being a rookie. Do you have a welcome to the W moment yet? We're only halfway through there. Do you have one yet?
You know, I don't have one. I think I have a bunch of tiny moments where I'm like, oh, but like not a huge one yet. So I think that one is waiting for me. It's still waiting on me, and when it happens, I'll know it.
You'll know it when it happens. All right, so let's just get into some of your plays. And it's called film study, so let's look at some film. So as we can see, off the ball in the corner, you got your teammate going off the double. Now, Angel rolls a little bit slow, so I know you can kind of see that. Way to kind of move with her, because if you came up right away, obviously y'all would have been sitting in the same place, as you can see. So way to come up at the same time, wait on the timing of her. Boom, great pass. Now, most people might assume she was going to shoot it. Even, hold on, wait a minute. Look at the coaches. The coaches even thought, look at the coaches. They're like, hey, they thought it was going up. But way to stay ready. She doesn't shoot it, knocks it down. Is that a play that y'all work on? Is that a comfortable, like, you and Angel connection?
Yeah, I mean, I think I know Angel's game pretty well now, so I know whenever I give it to her, she's a very willing passer, and especially with me, she always is yelling at me to knock threes down. So whenever she has the ball and I'm in the vicinity, I'm 100% moving my feet to try and get a window to be open because I know that she's looking for me, and I think that stealing shots like that where I can just get my feet set and catch and shoot has been huge for me to not pass up at this level. And I guess a question I would have for you is like, how did you try to simplify your game as you got to the pros so that not everything was so hard all the time?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really think the game slows down the more you can anticipate it. So even let's take this play right here, right? Like, you know Angel, and you know what she does, her tendencies. That's the beauty of playing with somebody. Here's another thing. You see how, like, you're not in the frame. Your defender is completely turned around. Another thing to do is to move so that they don't know where you are when they turn around. So you could even slide a little bit over so that Angel can see you, and your defender's automatically going to run back to where you are there. So you're kind of where she expected you to be. You could probably be a little more wide open if you moved over to the slot a little bit more. But I think the main thing is anticipating your teammates. Like, I was a small guard, so I need to get clean looks. It'll help the percentage out. So the more you can anticipate what your teammates is going to do, and when you see your defender turn their head, you got them. As soon as your defender looks like this, she must have forgot you was a shooter, baby, because as soon as she did that, you should have known it's night right there instantly. And you playing with Angel, what would you say is her most slept on skill set? Because, you know, there's a lot of things that she does well, rebounding, but what would you say is her slept on skill set?
Yeah, I mean, I think her ability to play, out of the high post or out of the dunker spot and facilitate as well as score has been huge for our offense. And, we run a lot of stuff through her because of that. So I think typically you don't necessarily think of bigs as playmakers or like people that make reads. And I think that Angel is really good at making reads, like whether it's to shoot, to pass, to just get the ball moving. I think that she definitely excels at that.
So use that. So now when you're in the game, because one of the main things that helped me is each person I played with, I knew exactly what their specialty was. So that when you're playing with Angel now, you know she's a playmaker. So that means that you need to be sliding. Like every time she gets the ball, you're definitely not assuming she's going to shoot it, even though you saw all the coaches assuming she was going to shoot it. But you need to know, oh, she's probably not going to shoot this. And so that's a good note for you. All right, we're going to go into the second play. The second play here, a little catch and shoot play, a little catch and shoot action.
I'm loving how the three is going on.
Yeah, come on now. We listen, I think the three is a game changer. So it's a skill set. If you have it, you're a spacer on the court. You can change the game in situationals. By the way, stay ready on the bench, because situationals, when they need a three, that's when you can really have impact. All right, so let's check this one out here. You're off the ball. Now, Kia Nurse gets a shot up. Great, easy. I played with Elizabeth Williams, one of the best rebounders in the game. Look at you. So first of all, let's already look at you. Again, we done caught your defender. What are you doing? We caught her again. Look at you. I can see that you see her. What are your thoughts right here? I'm going to even just pause it. Like, what are your thoughts right here? Because I can see you seeing this.
Yeah, again, he's another big who I know is an extremely willing passer. And if she sees two people in front of her, she's going to look to find the open man. And so I was just trying to get into a space where she could see me, because I knew that my man had double cracked down on her. So I knew if she just saw me, she would give it to me.
Facts. I play with Easy too, and this is facts. There's three defenders in there with her. There's multiple options, but you got one of your teammates crashing, so that's not an option. Love how you keep moving. So look, you're here, but great, because your defender comes down low. So you keep it playing, you keep moving, your defender's late, take it. So these are the kind of plays that within the flow, I'm going to rewind it again, because this is within the flow of offense. This is off of an offensive rebound, and they say there's no better shot off of an offensive rebound than what?
Yeah. A dagger three.
Yep, and then you provided the dagger. So Kia Nurse comes off of the screen, the down screen, great offense. You're already, even before she shoots it though, look at you already. Before she shoots it, you're still active. Like, you're active. You think about going in for the rebound. You're like, nah, Easy got it. Easy got it.
Not my role. Not
your role. But this is your role. So here, Easy gets it. You keep it moving. What is, after a play like this, what does that do for you after a play like this?
I think it really just, whenever you see the ball go through the net, it just is like you get into a flow, a rhythm. Whether I've been in for a while or I just checked in, as soon as I see the ball go through the net, like especially this year with me being a rookie, it just helps me calm down and relax. And I stop moving so fast and the game slows down and I can just take a deep breath for a second.
Yeah,
so,
that's facts. That's facts. So question, how aggressive, like when you come into the game, are you sometimes like, all right, I want to just play it safe so that I don't make mistakes? Or when you come into the game, are you thinking, all right, I want to be aggressive? Like, what are your thoughts when you come into the game?
Yeah, I think when I first started, I was coming in just trying not to make a mistake and not be a reason that the other team went on a run. And then I kind of learned that having that aspect, one, I was still making mistakes, and two, it wasn't helping me help the team at all or earn myself more time on the court. And so I kind of had to learn that you have to be willing to take the risk to be aggressive, to make an impact. Because people are too good. You can't just blend in and think that you're going to get to stay out there. So I'm getting better at it. I'm learning the balance between how to be aggressive, like what that looks like as a point guard for our team. It doesn't necessarily mean me trying to get a bunch of shots up. It just means me really just trying to get in the paint and create some type of movement or flow for our team, I think. So it's changing. My mindset is changing every day, but I'm glad that I have surpassed like the passive version of myself at this point.
No, that is amazing, and that is probably the hardest thing, like, because you should be aggressive coming in, but aggressive might mean you hit him with a shot fake drive, drop it to Angel, get her an easy bucket. Aggressive might mean you locked up, shot clock violation, you didn't even get a steal in the stat sheet, but you know you did that. And so that is a fine line of finding, like, all right, how aggressive can I be? It definitely doesn't mean shooting, but that is going to be the fine line that every player, unless you're like the top of the scouting report where, you know, it's like straight up green lights, that's for every player. So once you get to figure out that and you really lock in on your role, which I see the coach has you in a lot of catch and shoots, which is great for you though, because if they're putting you in that role, then they trust you to knock it in. You said Angel's telling you to shoot it. Your coaches are putting you in that. So when you get it, you got to knock it. You got to knock it in, or at least take it, because sometimes not taking it throws the offense off as well.
Yes, it does.
All right, let's go to play number 3. All right, you're at the top of the key. We get it to easy down low. I can see you're checking it out, checking the scene. All right, so this is great because right now it's looking like this play could be going nowhere fast. Do you remember this play, by the way?
Yes, I do.
You know what happens? Okay,
I know it's about to happen.
All right, cool. Because what happens here, what I love is the timing of it all. If you would have, let me play it because we know the secret that they don't know watching it. So let me play the clip so that they can see what we know. But if you would have went too soon, this would have never worked. But your timing is great. First of all, did you notice you have a big on you here? What were your thoughts when you see there's a cross matchup with Sonia and Aaliyah right now?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to, E was looking to pass. She realized it wasn't the look she wanted, and so I was trying to get open, but Aaliyah was almost playing aggressive to defend me off the ball. And as I've developed my game, I've learned that if I don't even have to have the ball to use my quickness. It's honestly better for me to use it off the ball. And so I was trying to set her up to get a cut because I wanted to get a look at the rim. I hadn't made a ton of shots this game, so
got him! Got him right here. I mean, beautiful timing. Let me just rewind it to where, like, Sonia, like I'm watching Sonia too. You see Camilla kind of dive in. It brings Sonia in with it too. So Camilla took gravity with you. Y'all cut at the same time. I don't even think this was planned. It was just a beautiful sequence, wide open. This is the perfect way to get yourself going. Yeah. And then after plays like that, so now you're thinking, after plays like that, I got myself a cut. What are your thoughts then? Like, are you like, what are your thoughts after this is even, I mean, this is a big bucket right here too. That makes the score, I'm assuming it's about to be 52-56. We're in the third. What are your thoughts in these moments?
Yeah, I mean, again, it helps me slow the game down and recognize, like you said, I had the mismatch with Aaliyah. And I think that slowing down to recognize those mismatches, whether they're with me or they're with one of my teammates, and how to get myself in the best position to take advantage of it, has been something that I've gotten a lot better at over the course of the last few games. And whether that's I boomerang it so that I can get it off the catch. If E kicked it out to me and I couldn't get Aaliyah right on the rip, I would boomerang it and try to get it back so that I could get her on the next rip instead of dribbling so much. Yeah. So like learning little things like that and being able to see it play out in real time has definitely built my confidence.
No, that's a great point too, because I think that is the jump too from college to pro. In college, you can almost dribble yourself into any shot you want, like because that's just how college is. But in the pros, it's more of a cut yourself, pick and roll, off the pick and roll. It's a different form. Like you said, your quickness still applies, but you're just using it in different places. I like that. All right, let's go to this next play, play number 4. All right, so I love this already. People may not notice what just happened, but for me, this is a great detail. Look at where you catch it, and then look at where you dribble it down to. Boom. What do you think that just did to the whole offense?
It helped me set up the screen, so I'm gonna be able to get her off of E's screen right here because she was jumping it a little bit. I didn't like the spacing, so when I set it up, I was trying to get a little bit better spacing and help E out so that she could set a good screen for me. Yeah,
literally look at the 3 defenders in this gaggle right here. Yeah. Easy's defender, your defender, and Rebecca Allen's defender. Watch everybody when you take this dribble. Watch what they do.
Yeah, everybody steps over.
Look at that. Yeah. Just that one dribble changed the whole entire play. Because now, like you said, Easy is one of the best screeners in the league. Like I said, I played with her. I know either I'm going to get open, she going to get open, or somebody's going to get open. So you get her down, and now you come off of the screen, great shoulder to shoulder, boom. Now what are you seeing? What are you looking at? What are your thoughts here?
Well, when I immediately come off a screen, I always look at the post defender's feet, where they're facing, how close they are to me. But immediately when I looked at that, I saw feet too. There was two people in front of me, and it wasn't my defender, so I knew that someone was wide open because I had two people staring at me, and both of them are really good defenders, so I was really about to get off this ball. But I always look at the post defender's feet, and Fee gave me a pretty easy read. She sucked in pretty hard, so it was an easy read.
Easy read, but the reason I'm not going to just let this easy read go, there's a reason this read was so easy. This first part, look at Fee. We looked at the other three defenders. Look at what Fee did when you did that. Oh, she thought she was about to have to go help. So instantly now you've changed the whole entire play off of just one move coming down low. Everything's easy money after that. This is just textbook 101. You come off. Now everybody's at your will because everybody's helping, everybody's recovering. You got Rachel telling you, like, baby, Rachel
made the read for me.
Rachel wasn't going to let you miss it. But again, don't forget the little details. You know, I'm wondering, are there any other things that you've noticed that, like, oh, if I just do just this little thing, I've noticed that I have more success in the game? Like, just simple things like this. Have you noticed any other little things that you've noticed that may be small but have large impacts?
Yeah, I think another one that I've learned has helped me a lot is to open up the pocket pass for my bigs. I'm a downhill player off of a ball screen, so I like to come off tight, but in this league, I've kind of had to learn I need to get as much space from my post defender or my post player as possible. So still coming off the screen tight, but taking a little bit wider angle so it opens up space to where Alana would have to make a read to either guard the pocket or take me, and then the read is easy. I'm dumping off to E instead of playing so close to her that Alana can really guard both of us, and I can't make any read. So the little adjustment of coming off tight to the screen but still a little wide has really helped me a lot.
Amazing. Yes, like because you're a threat. The fact that you can shoot makes the defense have to respect that and pulls them to you. Easy jump. I call it Merry Christmas when you give these post players these little gifts. You know, we got to normalize. Listen, the football, like the offensive line, always, you know what I'm saying? Like they're showing love. The quarterback's showing love. Post players got to start showing us love when we giving them Christmas presents.
Man,
like
give me a point or something.
Yeah, something.
Give me something.
All right, let's go to a little step back action. All right, what we got here? So we got a little step back going on. Okay, so now you got the ball in your hand. First of all, do you like that? Do you like when you have the ball in your hand at the top of the key?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you got the ball. So you're in your comfort zone. And this made me think of something. So you played 3x3. How do you think that helps you with space? Because 3x3, like you have to, it's dogs only is what I call it. Like where if you're on the court, defender or offense, like you have to figure it out because there's not other people to help. So how do you think 3x3 has helped you like in these types of situations?
Angles, cutting, setting up screens, understanding roles and spacing. Like 3-on-3 has helped me so much with that. Really, when I tried to move to the point guard position from TCU, like the Olympic, my 3-on-3 Olympic summer helped me like understand how to navigate that position so much and how to get people where you want them so that you know the defense has to make a choice. And understanding things like that has been huge. And it also like I set a lot of screens in 3-on-3, so I developed this skill set of being able to be a great screener too, which I think as a guard is something that you can really add value to your game if you're able to do. So yeah, 3-on-3 definitely, like, dogs only. You have to compete. Only. If you don't compete, you're gonna get exposed. So.
No doubt about it, but that's a great point. Screeners usually open if you set a good one. So here, it's on an island. They literally giving you a high pick and roll. To me, this signals, it's get a bucket time. So Camilla sets the screen. The defender tries to fight over a little bit. Ooh, this is nice. And you know what? This is still a tough shot. But how are you, like, so when you get to that spot, is this one of your spots, like, where if I can get to that spot, I feel comfortable?
Yeah, a midi going to my left is high on my shot chart of shots that I'm trying to get to, which I think is valuable because it's hard to guard mid-range. A lot of people are either expecting the three or the layup, so it helps me keep defenders off balance.
Love that, love that. Yeah, don't forget the mid, and so try to find those moments. Fast break, off the pick and rolls like that. Get to, like, you control your pace, you control your game, so try to get to those moments and those hot spots. Like Simone Augustus, I played with her. I already knew, like, if Simone was struggling that game, I'm calling the play to get her to that spot because I know all she needs is one, and then it's a wrap. You know, the other ones get there. So you almost sometimes might have to call your own number after you got a flow of the game. I'm not saying right when you check in, you call it because that,
wave everyone off.
Exactly.
ISO.
Slow down a little bit, you know, get a couple assists, give a couple Merry Christmases, and then you might call your mid-range game after you're feeling that. So just something to keep in mind. Get to your hot spot. All right, last play we got here. So ball's in your hand again. We know you like that now because you've let us know. Yes. Oh, okay, I see. This is a double screen happening. Great setup. Your defender fights over the first screen. Now here, yep, y'all can read. Definitely a late switch, but the reason it's late is because they don't want to leave their man, and you just talked about this. So we're going to see. You just talked about bringing your defender. Now look at this separation. For me, I see two things developing right now. What do you see developing right now?
E's role is about to go behind her defender. So I have E, probably I could lead E to the rim because Emma Cannon is so high. And then it forces the person guarding Beck to make a choice of whether she's going to crack down, and then I have the throw behind or not. And obviously I end up making a play this
you know this play already. I love that you know them all.
Hey, I know all my good things. Good things are hard to come by when you're a rookie. So everything I've done good, I know it by heart.
I love that though. Keep that energy. But this is still the right play though. You named all the right things, and this is still the best option because as the play developed more, you can see that Emma did a great job. She did recover quickly, and you did a great job of look at these two defenders. They almost hit each other. So once you see that, it's wraps. Like, what is this? Boom. They hit each other like that, it's wraps. And then you just keep going downhill, bada boom, bada bang, easy layup, but that's all the reads. And so sometimes as a point guard, it can feel weird calling your number, but sometimes that's our best play. Like, that was something I struggled with because I like to set people up, but sometimes it's literally the best play for you to shoot that shot, which is that one there. All right, so now it's time to get in your bag, baby. We've broken down your game on the court. Now I want you to give us, a situation. I want to get you a situation, and you tell me how you would handle it. So you got your bag there. I think you got a little present in there that you're going to read to us.
Well, I had to grab my Coach bag, one of my favorites, bring it with me everywhere.
Okay.
But we have a little something in here. Okay.
What we got? What's in the bag?
It says, would you rather make a game-winning shot or lob a game-winning assist? Why? Okay, I'm a natural scorer, okay? I'm a natural too. So I'm going to stick to my roots and say game-winning shot because that's just my DNA of who I am. And
Let's
God
go.
built me like that. So we're sticking with it.
Okay, so then you got the game. It's a timeout. It's a tied ball game. Like, let's say you got less than 10 seconds left. What play are you drawing up to get yourself the game-winning shot? What play would be just the perfect play for you in that moment? Can you draw this up? Like, I mean, I think you have Let me see, because let me see what you got, Coach. Come on.
Let me put my coaching hat on real quick.
Okay.
I got it. Let's see.
What we got? And talk us through it. Where are we going? Talk us through it.
Okay. So to set up a play for me to make a read or get a bucket, I've learned that I love guard-to-guard ghost actions because it's hard for people to guard them. It takes a lot of communication to guard it correctly, and a lot of times people aren't willing to communicate to do it. So it always gives me an advantage. But of course, I'm going to start with the ball on the right side because I want to go to my left. I'm a true lefty, and I always like one of my best shooters to do the ghost with me. Whoever on the floor is my best shooter, I want them to come from the bottom. Let's get the bigs.
Okay, we're getting real action over here. I like this.
Yeah. So I want the big space in the dunker because I want a lot of space to create in the key if I get that deep. And really, it's a simple play because it makes the defense, and all I want is the guard to come up, and I'm going to start moving slowly towards them, and it's a ghost, and they don't hit it, and then I'm coming downhill to my left hand, which is where I make a lot of good plays and a lot of good reads. So
show it to us. Show us the board now because I know what you're talking about, but let everybody. So basically, the reason that you want the best shooter is because that's the biggest chance for people to make a mistake. Somebody might stay connected. They don't want to leave the shooter. Now you come off clean because your man might have switched onto them. Now you have a clean, strong left-handed drive going downhill. You just told us that midi to the left is your sweet spot, so you could stop there. You could go all the way.
Even if they do get a clean switch and they guard it correctly, I'll just bounce it out and play one-on-one and probably get to some sort of drag, step back, any type of action going to my left. So even if they do guard it right, they still have to guard the ISO at the end. They're not escaping that. So I think it's a great play.
I love that. That's how you stay true to yourself. That's how you get to where you're going. All right, so before we wrap this up, I just want to give you my 2 cents right quick because I can see, first of all, I love that you're a student of the game. I can tell that this is a film study we had, but you already have studied all of your film, and I can tell that. The thing that is the hardest thing to keep and the easiest thing to lose in the WNBA is confidence. Mm-hmm. And so with shooting, confidence shows up everywhere. It shows up in your shooting. It shows up in your energy. It shows up in your attitude. So I know it's such a simple thing, but I made a career off of showing up the exact same way every day. It don't matter if I'm sick, if I'm having a bad day, a good day, you know what you're going to get from me every single night. And my coaches could rely on that. It didn't matter if I was hitting shots that night. It didn't matter if I was getting a lot of dimes. It didn't matter because they knew that I was going to come in, I was going to know my scout, I was going to have a certain energy, and I was going to limit my mistakes. So my best advice that I could give to you, somebody that's already doing all the right things that you can to put yourself in position, talk nice to you in your head. Yeah, so it's easy. Talk nice to you, okay? Because in our heads is where we have the real warfare. And it's where we're mad at ourselves almost because we know we can do better. So you got to just kind of talk nice to you a little bit better, and that'll just carry out further. So that's all I got. I appreciate you chopping it up with me for Film Study presented by Coach.
Thank you, Renee.